A warning tonight for parents shopping for your kids this holiday season. Make sure that you're carefully examining toys before you buy them, because some counterfeit and recalled toys are still being sold online. Factfinder investigator Courtney Jackman shows you the red flags that you should be aware of before buying toys.
It's that time of year where the holiday shopping rush is about to begin. But Teresa Murray with the U.S. Public Interest Research Group, or PIRG, says be mindful of a hidden danger: recalled or counterfeit toys.
We've looked at different toys over the years. Last year, for our most recent Toyland report, we looked a lot at recalled toys and counterfeit toys, and basically how it's incredibly easy to buy recalled toys, even though it's illegal for anybody to sell recalled toys. We were able to buy 33 toys last year.
Of those 33, Murray was able to purchase the Army action figure play sets by Blue Panda, the Blue's Clues foot-to-floor ride-on toys, and the Disney Baby Winnie the Pooh rattle sets, all of which had been recalled months prior.
And it's illegal to sell recalled toys. And again, they were recalled because they were dangerous. So it's not okay to sell them.
Recalled toys being sold online is not Murray's only concern. Counterfeit products, many of which come in from overseas, continue to infiltrate retailers' shelves and online platforms.
You know, and they look like the real thing. And sometimes they're blatant, like they'll just put a Disney logo on something and it's not a Disney product. Or, in some cases, maybe they don't have a brand or a label, but the colors, the shape, the whatever, everything is the same, and it's made to look like a real product. But it may be unsafe, it may break, it may cause, be a choking hazard. It may be risk of fire if it's something electronic.
What can parents do ahead of time to ensure that they're not getting a counterfeit or recalled product for their kids?
Yeah, well, we would recommend that if any gift giver, so not just parents, but grandparents, whatever, but, sometimes it can be difficult, but people should inspect, investigate, research the toys ahead of time.
Especially if it's a specific item or an item that's sold out or extremely difficult to find in the store.
If people don't feel rushed, they can actually take a minute. If they aren't trying, to jump through every hoop to get this hard-to-find toy, well, then maybe your kid isn't going to get that toy this year, because you don't want to give in and buy something that's counterfeit, because it's unsafe and it's probably going to break much more quickly and you're going to have wasted your money.
She also says look for red flags or clues that point to an online or international seller being illegitimate.
Like the interface of the website isn't, something's off. Maybe the language is awkward or there are typos. So just watch for flags that this toy may not be what it says it is.
Information you need to know before purchasing your next toy. Courtney Jackman, Factfinder Investigates.
Murray also says when researching a toy, check with the manufacturer to make sure it has its own official website. We want to hear from you. Call our tip line or email us at the address on your screen. We will look into any problems where you live and work to find you answers.